Okay, so we gave you some praise, Minnesota fans, as the Vikings beat the Seahawks, get their first win of the year at home. Great. How'd your Gophers do? Oh my God. Not going to let you slide on this. The Gophers lose on home. I'm not going to let myself slide on this because I thought the Gophers were going to win 6 straight. And of course, in the most Minnesota sports way possible, they lose on homecoming to Bowling Green, who were more than 30-point underdogs. And if you were feeling a bit spicy and put a little bit of sprinkle on the Falcons of Bowling Green money line, that would have paid out 28-1. The Gophers could have had the chance, as I said, to win 6 straight, but of course they Minnesota sported themselves. Why the hell would USC want PJ Fleck? I've been asking that question for years, and now this is kind of just the final stamp of approval or disapproval in this case of I don't think PJ Fleck's a good coach. Good Lord. Tanner Morgan looks worse than how Dennis Grissel played against Temple 2 weeks ago. How do you only throw 13 times when you're losing at home to Bowling Green? That makes zero sense to me. Now, for what it's worth, the Falcons, they didn't even play well, but they're 4-0 against the number. That's impressive for them. The Gophers lost to 2 former Boston College discards. We threw him with Matt McDonald, quarterback, wasn't even sniffing playing time. He's Bowling Green's quarterback. Scott Loeffler, our former coordinator under the Adazio era. Hey, good for them. They're 4-0 against the number, a huge win against Minnesota. But now Gopher Nation, what is in store ahead? Football Power Index has you going 3-9. Is that a fireable offense for PJ Fleck? I thought you were supposed to row the boat. You're supposed to build off of 2 years ago, not completely collapse this year. How's that buyout looking? Are you even going to be able to afford to fire PJ Fleck? That is something to keep an eye on. The Gophers, absolutely classic Minnesota sports moment, losing Bowling Green at home during homecoming. Notre Dame can do something. An unimpressive 4-0, right? You know, you had the Toledo game, you had the FSU game. Those did not look like good wins, and they still don't. And that includes the beatdown of Wisconsin, who I thought was a terrible team also. I mean, it's basically the AP. Vegas felt otherwise, I guess, but I haven't really thought Vegas has been on the money for college football so far. But Notre Dame's undefeated, and that's what matters. A win's a win. Now it's at home for Cincinnati. That's going to be one of the games of the week. At Virginia Tech, they don't look great. They looked sloppy against an FCS school in Richmond. At home versus UNC, who has lost to Virginia Tech and now Georgia Tech this past week. Yikes. Those 3 games are interesting, but other than that, Notre Dame could run the table again. I mean, why not? USC's on the schedule. Look what USC just did at home against Oregon State. They've got a quarterback dilemma. They don't have a head coach right now. If they could keep up healthy quarterback play, that's going to be the key issue for Notre Dame going forward. But how about this guy, their backup, Drew Pine, former New Canaan Ram, my old stomping ground? He looks very solid. BC wanted him, but he spurned us for ND.